Not only Lucky is a victim, Liz is also entering her final days. General Hospital spoilers. For decades, General Hospital has kept fans on the edge of their seats with shocking twists, emotional heartbreaks, and thrilling cliffhangers. But nothing has prepared viewers for the bombshell that's about to hit Port Charles. While Lucky Spencer's life hangs by a thread, Elizabeth Weber is facing a battle of her own, one that might spell the end for the beloved nurse and mother. The upcoming weeks promise intense drama, heartbreaking revelations, and farewells that will leave fans in tears. Lucky's shocking return turns into a nightmare. Fans were thrilled when news broke about Lucky Spencer's return to General Hospital. After years of being away, Lucky, portrayed by Jonathan Jackson, made his way back to Port Charles, hoping to reconnect with his family and rebuild the life he left behind. However, his return was anything but smooth. It all started with a cryptic message Lucky received while overseas. A mysterious threat pulled him back to town, and it didn't take long for him to realize that his family was in danger. What was supposed to be a heartwarming reunion with Elizabeth and their children quickly spiraled into chaos. As Lucky tried to uncover the source of the threat, he found himself entangled in a deadly game orchestrated by an old enemy, Cassandra Pierce. Cassandra, who has long held grudges against the Spencer family, resurfaced with a vengeance. Determined to make Lucky suffer, she targeted not just him but everyone he loved. In a harrowing turn of events, Lucky was abducted, and Elizabeth was left racing against time to save him. But little did she know, her own life was hanging by a thread. Elizabeth's silent battle, a diagnosis that changes everything. While Elizabeth was focused on saving Lucky, she began experiencing troubling symptoms: fatigue, dizziness, and unexplained bruising. Initially, she brushed them off, attributing her exhaustion to stress. However, a fainting spell at work prompted her colleague, Dr. Terry Randolph, to run some tests. The results were devastating. Elizabeth was diagnosed with an aggressive form of leukemia. The diagnosis came as a gut-wrenching blow. Elizabeth, who had survived countless hardships, from losing loved ones to enduring heartbreak, now faced a battle she might not win. True to her character, she chose to keep the diagnosis to herself, not wanting to burden her children or distract from the effort to save Lucky. But as her health rapidly declined, it became clear that time was running out. A mother's love, protecting her children at all costs. Elizabeth's primary concern has always been her children, Cameron, Jake, and Aiden. Knowing her days might be numbered, she quietly began making arrangements to ensure they'd be cared for. She turned to Laura Collins, Lucky's mother, confiding in her and asking her to step in if the worst happened. Laura, heartbroken but resilient, promised to protect Elizabeth's children as her own. Meanwhile, Elizabeth wrote letters to each of her sons, words of love, wisdom, and encouragement for milestones she feared she'd miss. These heart-wrenching moments, interspersed with scenes of Elizabeth hiding her illness while working at the hospital, have left fans reaching for tissues. Lucky's rescue, a race against time. While Elizabeth battled her illness in silence, Jason Morgan and Dante Falconeri led the charge to find Lucky. Their investigation uncovered Cassandra's hideout on the outskirts of Port Charles. In a tense standoff, Jason managed to rescue Lucky, but not without casualties. Cassandra escaped, vowing revenge, leaving the door open for more chaos. Lucky, barely alive but grateful to be free, returned to Elizabeth's side. It was then that he noticed the changes in her: the pale complexion, the forced smile, and the barely concealed pain. When he confronted her, Elizabeth finally broke down, confessing the truth about her diagnosis. The emotional reunion was bittersweet. Lucky, devastated by the possibility of losing Elizabeth, vowed to stay by her side and fight alongside her. But the odds were stacked against them. The leukemia had progressed to an advanced stage, and treatment options were limited. Port Charles rallies, a community united. Word of Elizabeth's condition spread quickly, prompting an outpouring of support from the General Hospital community. Carly Spencer, despite her complicated history with Elizabeth, put aside past grievances and organized a bone marrow drive. Franco's memory loomed large, as many recalled his unwavering love for Elizabeth and the family they built together. Finn, who had once shared a deep connection with Elizabeth, threw himself into finding experimental treatments. Even Nicholas Cassadine, resurfacing after his own troubles, offered resources to help. The hospital staff, Monica, Epiphany, and Portia, rallied around their colleague, reminding everyone why Elizabeth has always been the heart of General Hospital. A heartbreaking decision: quality of life over quantity. As Elizabeth's condition worsened, she faced an impossible choice: continue aggressive treatment that might extend her life by months but leave her weak and bedridden, or embrace the time she had left with her family, focusing on making memories rather than fighting a losing battle. In a tearful conversation with Laura, Elizabeth chose the latter. She wanted her children to remember her vibrant, loving, and strong, not confined to a hospital bed. Lucky, though heartbroken, respected her decision and promised to honor her wishes. Final days: love, laughter, and legacy. The following weeks in Port Charles will be both beautiful and heartbreaking. Elizabeth, determined to make every moment count, takes her children on small adventures: a picnic at the park, baking cookies at home, and sharing stories about their childhood. Each scene is filled with nostalgia, as flashbacks of Elizabeth's early days on the show remind fans of her incredible journey. One particularly touching moment involves Jason, who visits Elizabeth to express his gratitude for her unwavering support throughout the years. Their conversation highlights the deep bond they've shared, one built on friendship, understanding, and mutual respect. The farewell, a tribute to a legacy character. As Elizabeth's health declines, General Hospital is preparing a tribute worthy of her legacy. Rumors suggest a dreamlike sequence where Elizabeth revisits pivotal moments in her life: her teenage years with Lucky, her friendship with Emily Quartermain, her love for Franco, and her resilience as a single mother. Fans can expect emotional returns, including Rebecca Herbst's co-stars from over the years, making guest appearances to honor the character. The final scenes are said to be both gut-wrenching and beautiful: Elizabeth, surrounded by her children, Laura, Lucky, and close friends, peacefully saying goodbye. As the screen fades to black, a montage of Elizabeth's most iconic moments will remind fans why she's been the heart of General Hospital for over 2 decades. What's next for Port Charles? While Elizabeth's departure will leave a void, General Hospital is known for keeping the drama alive. Lucky's return, coupled with Cassandra's escape, sets the stage for future storylines. Jake, Cameron, and Aiden will undoubtedly carry their mother's legacy forward, ensuring that Elizabeth's spirit lives on in Port Charles. For now, fans are bracing for the emotional roller coaster ahead, a reminder that in the world of soaps, love, loss, and resilience always go hand in hand.